Hello, my dear students. This is Abhishek, and today we are going to study Political Theory, chapter number 2, Freedom. In this chapter, we will understand why there is a necessity of constraints. In our last video, we had seen that some restrictions are imposed on the freedom of the citizens in a country. But why these restrictions are important, that we will understand today in this video. So let's start from here. See, we cannot live in a world where there will be no constraints. We need some constraints in a society, otherwise people will have some differences in their opinions, in their actions. Work done by a particular person may or may not be liked by others. So what we need some restrictions, some rules and regulation so that people can exercise their freedom under a limited process and procedure. So there will be no conflicting ambitions among them. Otherwise, if no restriction will be there, they may have conflicting ambitions. They may compete to control scarce resources. Resources will be used unjudiciously by them. There are numerous reasons why disagreements may develop in a society which may express themselves through open conflict. We see people around us ready to fight for all kinds of reasons, ranging from the serious to the trivial. Rage while driving on the roads, fighting over parking spaces, quarrels over housings or land, disagreements regarding whether a particular film should be screened, or these and many other issues can lead to conflict and violence. In a democracy, people have the power to express their views. So we see many conflicting ambitions and the opinions given by people in many areas. Some want that a particular film should be screened while some do not, because they think that their some religious sentiments got hurted by that particular film, or they may have disagreement from the action performed by a particular person. So every society needs some mechanism that can control violence among people and can settle dispute. The more we will be able to respect each other's views, there will be a condition where we all can live freely in a society with minimum constraints. Ideally, in a free society, we should be able to hold our views, develop our own rules of living and pursue our choices. But the creation of such a society to require some constraints, at the very least, it requires that we be willing to respect differences of views, opinions and beliefs. So as a member of society, though we should be given freedom to hold our views, to act according to our wish, but there may be some constraints where we can respect some differences of views, opinions and beliefs. There should be some minimum condition where this particular person A should be ready to cooperate with the freedom and the actions performed by this particular person B. However, sometimes we think that a strong commitment to our beliefs require that we must oppose all those who differ from or reject our views. We see their views or ways of living as unacceptable or even undesirable. Under such circumstances, we need some legal and political restraints to ensure that difference may be discussed and debated without one group coercively imposing its views on the other. Worse still, we may be confronted with attempts to bully or harass us to conform to their wishes. If so, we may want stronger support from law to ensure that my freedom is protected. See, there may be two views about the constraint. There may be some positive constraints, there may be some negative constraints. If you are living in such a society where some particular members of the society are harassing you, they are bullying you, they are not allowing you to practice your religion, they are not allowing you to express your own views. So in this regard, in this context, here you may complain, here you need some stronger support from law कि your freedom is curtailed, so you need to take them back. And in this condition, these constraints will play a negative role. But suppose if there is a person who is driving very fast in a public area, so there should be some constraints over him, and in this way these constraints will work in a positive way. So we can see that we should be justified in using our freedom, and if some constraints are there on our freedom, we should be very well versed according to the law and procedure, so that we can understand whether these constraints that are imposed on us are they justified or not. So here I would like to end my video. Rest of the topics I will cover in my next video. Till then, thank you, goodbye, and God bless.